bad as we got it. Gonna be going round. Uh-oh. Damn.
There we go.
We've reached a record low. Our Got Quite episode 2 has 4 views.
What is going on with YouTube right now?
It's broken.
Is YouTube live down? There we go. Jesus fucking Christ in hell.
Nice.
Okay, I still can't edit it for some reason. Whatever.
Uh-oh.
Whatever. Let me see if it'll let me edit it through, like, the app, maybe. This is infuriating. It's also infuriating is I can't just easily switch my fucking account. Are we live? Yeah, we're live. Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Edit. Let's see if it'll let me edit this. Title, episode 3. Okay. Apparently I can't tap on the live. That's great. Is YouTube live just down?
No, it's working. I'm watching this.
Why can't I access it?
Try reloading.
Okay, there we go.
Jack.
Okay. You want to post on Instagram?
Yeah.
Alright. To add everyone. There we go. Okay. Can you talk again really quick?
Hello.
Okay,
hello.
Cool. I was just checking the... For some reason, it got rid of the audio input from last time.
Oh. Weird.
But I got it working now. Okay. Can I look at my own video now or no? Might not be able to.
Someone I haven't talked to in a long time. Hello, Craig. Welcome to the stream. Chris, do you know what the next artist is?
Bazinga.
My video is gone. Wait, it is gone.
Oh my god.
Can you hear me at least?
Okay. Is it back? Should be back.
Nice. Okay, I'm back.
Christ in hell. Alright, whatever. Oh. Should we begin? Can you send me...
Let me post
the pie chart. The wheel.
Can I send it to you? What do you mean?
Like send a link. I don't remember how the wheel works. Peacemaker, what a joke.
I still haven't seen it.
Alright, should we just start the stream? Did you post on Insta?
I did. I think this is how it works. Okay, I sent you the nope, that's not your chat. I almost... Okay. Yes, I'm ready now.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone. Oh, my video's gone again?
It's okay. I had to click out.
Ah.
Alright.
I'm back.
Hello, guys. Welcome to SocietyCore. Jack White, White Stripes, Episode 3. Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, can we review our current rankings?
The current
ones? So we got The Style in S.
Yeah.
And then White Blood Cells in S.
Yeah.
Blunderbuss in A.
Yeah.
Elephant in A.
Yeah.
Icky Thump B.
Yeah.
Debut in B.
Yeah.
Lazaretto C.
Yeah.
Get Behind Me Satan D.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So before we dive in, we got to do some more backstory. So after Lazaretto, he took a break from his solo stuff and was like, okay, I'm gonna go back with the Dead Weathers, and so then he made a third album with the Dead Weathers. And what I remember, that was the one I did enjoy. But then again, I still don't even think it's that good of an album. But it was definitely the best out of the three. So after he did all that, he's like, all right, it's time to return. Time to return to my solo project. I'm gonna make an album called Boarding House Reach. And then, is it my turn or your turn?
We really gotta keep track.
I think it's my turn.
I think so too, because
Okay.
it's 4 each time,
Yeah.
and you started last time, so that would just be the pattern.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Boarding House Reach is goated, in my opinion. I think it's Jack White being his most experimental, and I feel like it actually works this time, because definitely in the past he has tried to do some weird stuff or be more experimental, and I just do not think it has worked in his favor. And this time for me, I think it finally worked, and it's weird, but it's fun, but it's also charming, and I would say it's unlike anything I had heard before it, and then still I haven't heard anything like it after these what is it, 8 years now, 7 years. I almost feel like he's the only type of person that could have made this full album. And as a side note, I wrote my fucking AP Lang essay on art and how things could be art, and I talked about this album on it, and I got a 5.
Hell yeah.
This album is a bunch of bangers.
I think after the last stream, I was most excited for this album. I put it on. Y'all got to see a live reaction of me listening to two of the singles. And I was very excited. I wanted it to be Boarding House Peak.
Oh no.
But in the end, I think it's just really good.
Okay.
Mostly because there's a lot of dead space, almost not even dead space, just if you're listening to it as an album for music, there's a lot of breaks. There's a lot of interludes or weird performance art pieces almost.
It's an experience.
Yeah, it's very much an experience. And that makes it stick out in the discography because nothing else is remotely like that. And it is really cool initially, but I think when I was revisiting this and listening through, I found that the peaks of the highs of this album are crazy high, and then listening through it in general, I'm like, okay, this is just pretty good.
Yeah.
And because of those kind of almost interlude-y or weirder departures, I don't always find myself enjoying listening to the album. I think the best example of this, or what encapsulates this best, is Everything You've Ever Learned, where the first half is kind of what's that the Radiohead song? Better, Fitter, Happier, Light for the first half, and then the second half just goes crazy, but you gotta listen to a minute of droning,
Yeah,
robot preach stuff to get to the great music. But I still think it has some absolute bangers, especially "Connected by Love," "Ice Station
Mm-hmm.
Zebra," where he raps very well somehow, and that kind of becomes a thing, which is crazy. And then "Over and Over," which is just like
And over.
the most fun. So, oh, "Over and Over and Over." You're right. Just the most instantly fun song on
Yeah.
the album. Yeah.
For standouts, I also had Respect Commander. That was another one of
Oh
my
yeah.
favorites. I did not like that song at all. I thought it was okay when I first listened to it, but coming back and hearing it on this album, I think my taste has just changed, and I think like all like the crazy rhythms that's on that song, uh, I love it.
Yeah,
I
your
love it
taste
now.
is the lyrics make me laugh.
Oh yeah.
It's a great fucking song though. Oh, that reminds me of the drums on this album.
Mm.
Uh, there's a lot of like, what would that be called? Like hand drums, that sound really fucking cool.
Like
On a
bongos.
bunch of songs. Yeah. It's the drumming in general on the album
I
is
also
is
think, what
really
is it,
good.
Humoresque? He like bought like an auctioned off, I think like Al Capone song. So he like got like there was like some
Oh,
Al Capone song that was like not like that they were auctioning off, and I think he bought it for like $13,000. Um, and then he like covered it or had his own like interpretation of the song.
I think it starts really strong and ends really strong as well. Like, and the middle's pretty strong. There's like maybe bridging from this beginning and from the middle to the end is where it's weakest to me. Like I like "What's Done Is Done" and "Humoresque" a lot, and I really like the first three songs. And then you got "Ice Station Zebra" "Over and Over and Over" and "Respect Commander" in the middle.
Yeah. What did you think of Hypermesophoniac?
Uh, really awful the first time I listen. It's like
Yeah.
if it's not with headphones, it's fine, but with headphones, I
Uh,
hate it so much to start because like the sounds on the beginning are fucking awful. And then as a song, I was just like, I enjoyed it. There isn't. I'm trying to remember if there's really like a low point on the
I
album
don't
or
think there
like,
was for me.
yeah, it has a pretty high floor, which is pretty good. Maybe Esmeralda Steals the Show is kind of like,
Yeah.
but the things that don't aren't like that I don't like very much aren't even really songs
Yeah.
necessarily. Like
Was
so it's
that
hard to
one,
be
and
like
then
pick that
Abulia
one.
and Arcrasia are like
Yeah,
interludes.
yeah, spoken word
And then even
interludes.
Everything You've Ever Learned is almost an interlude.
Yeah, until the
The second
until
half.
it becomes yeah, until it becomes awesome.
Yeah. I think I really like a lot of the instrument sounds and like the weird. There's like so many times where I'm like I don't even fully know what instrument that is or like what's being done
Yeah,
to change it. It just sounds very unique and odd.
I guess we kind of just described it as experimental, but I think it's worth saying that like Connected by Love, like experimental in that it blends a lot of different genres and
Yeah.
instruments. Like Connected by Love is kind of like rock gospel, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does feel like
Uh
there's kind of like some gospel on this
yeah, Why Walk
album.
a Dog is like lounge blues rock, and then Ice Station Zebra, I don't even, it's like rap funk like
Yeah.
banger. And What's Done Is Done is like a classic kind of like, would Motown be the like type
Maybe.
of, it's like a country ballad but with like trap drums, and it works really well. Like not maybe not trap, but like that kind of like very it's like very drum machine, like snappy, like bassy drum instrumentation. There's a lot of elements of things and like electronic stuff that is very different throughout.
Yeah.
That makes it really interesting. Very worth a listen if you haven't heard it.
All right, where are we thinking?
I'd put it. I think probably top of A
Okay,
for me.
I'm okay with that. I would have had it probably right behind D style.
Oh wow. All right, all right.
Yeah. All right, moving on to Fear of the Dawn.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Aiden
I get to
may or
talk
may not
about
be alive by the end
it
of this stream, so we're gonna find out.
now. This is when the stream gets interesting. So it's
This might
kind
be
of
Aiden's last
interesting.
known appearance.
It's kind of interesting for someone to have such a long career and make like kind of go on hiatus. Because I
Oh wait,
remember
wait,
at the
wait,
end of
wait,
last
wait, wait, wait,
stream.
wait, wait, wait. One more lore. One more lore.
Okay, fine.
So then he put out this album, and then he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go back to the Raconteurs 10 years later." And so then he did that, played and toured with the Raconteurs for their third album. And that was more of like a rock vibe. And then after that tour ended, COVID happened, and then he's like, I'm gonna put out 2 albums in the same year." And back into what Aiden was saying.
Yeah. So if I remember, at the end of last stream, we were like, Jack White lost the sauce. Uh, we were really underwhelmed by Lazaretto, and Boarding House Reach is like he got the sauce back, but it was very different. Like
Different
it's
type
like
of
nothing else
sauce.
he'd done. Yeah, exactly. But it didn't quite scratch that itch, I think, of like peak White Stripes, right? So in 2022, 5 years after probably his most controversial release, the fans were very torn because of how experimental and different Boarding House Reach is. Uh, he brought the sauce back with his best album of all time, Fear of the Dawn. This album is
I'm gonna kill
fucking
myself.
incredible. No
I'm
misses.
gonna kill myself.
Actually peak.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Sometimes age 47 is like really when you hit the high. It's when you really catch your
I'm
stride
gonna kill myself.
and learn how to make the best music you've ever made.
This is gonna be Aiden and I's last known appearance.
I think this album starts out incredibly fucking strong with Taking Me Back, perfect flow into Fear of the Dawn. Like
I think
actually,
it does have the best
no break.
sequencing.
Yeah, the sequencing is incredible. Even the worst song on the album, that I can't stop listening to it because it's just mind-boggling. Of like somehow it fits, even
Which
though I think
album?
it's a bad
Or what's
song.
what song?
Heidi Ho. It's fucking crazy. It's like the instrumentation and everything of that song is just fucking incredible. It's just really annoying and good at the same time. But I will still listen to it every time it comes on, pretty much, because I'm like baffled by it. And this album is also a little experimental, but it's very consistent
It's
at the
not
same time.
experimental.
Yes, it is.
Barely.
It fully is.
Barely.
It's for Jack White for sure. I
After
would
his
say it's
last album?
second most. Yeah, it's his second most.
Okay.
It's like taking some of what he's learned
Second
from
most
Boarding House
experimental,
Reach,
sure.
and like he still brings in a lot of electronic elements. He does some genre fusion. He's got like I don't know, some like it's like high concept as well.
I can't believe this is
a
the fucking
concept
album that's your favorite. I would have never in a million years thought that this would be the fucking album. Holy
It's just
shit.
so good. It's just got no misses.
Are we on
Uh,
drugs?
No, I love it so much. I listened to it the first time and I was like, Wait, this was kind of good, like kind of really good. Like there was no point where I wasn't enjoying myself. Maybe on the second listen, like some cracks will appear, and then it only got better. Uh, he also like produced the entire thing and engineered the entire
He
thing.
did that with like
And it
all the other
has,
ones.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
This album sounds very different though, from like production wise. I
yeah.
think this is kind of the turning point in his production, where this is the first album I listened to where I think I like noticed compression, where everything is really big and loud. And for me, it works really well. I can understand people not liking it, especially if you're like preferential to some of the softer like White Stripes stuff. Uh, but yeah, it being a concept album, having just the heaviest sound of anything he's ever done, and some really interesting standout tracks that I can talk about once I hear what you have to say. This is my number one.
Well, somebody should get Aiden some
Tell me.
Narcan.
No.
Um, my he's on Fent. Um, my thoughts on this album. I truly think like my music taste fully evolved and entirely changed from 2018 to 2022. I think I had a bunch of different preferences in like what it meant to be like an artist and performing and offering something up into the world. And for a couple years at that point, Jack White had been like my number one artist and like one of my favorite performers, and I just loved like everything he had put out. But for me, for this album, I think it's fun in parts, but I don't really care for every song, and I think my biggest issue with this album is that he plays it a lot more safe compared to the last one. I think he got such a negative review from with the few reviews that did like the album, but mostly were negative. That he's like, all right, I gotta tone it way the fuck back. Um, and for me personally, it feels a little boring for Jack White, and then the songs don't hit the
Crazy.
way I wanted them to, and I just like expected more. It's my big takeaway for the album. I just don't care about it that much.
I think it's interesting that you say he's playing it more safe, or like that you think that might be because of the reception.
Yeah,
Because to me, it feels like lyrically, there's a lot of stuff about kind of that seems to go against that
yeah,
thematically. Like Taking Me Back is kind of like not tongue in cheek, but maybe like it's a sarcastic song about like being accepted again, and then Shedding My Velvet, which I think is the best closer of any album, uh, is just like kind of brilliant in the lyricism and symbolism of like losing his past self, and also like the analogy of shedding your velvet of like when your horns grow, or like what antlers grow, the velvet, which is bloody and red, and like the whole transitioning into this like the blue aesthetic and going away from the red
you
and
should look
like
up a picture of
White
Jack
Stripes.
White
It's
in
like
2022.
yeah, he had the blue hair.
It's so bad. It looks so
I think
bad.
it's awesome.
It looks so
He looks
bad.
crazy.
I was like a midlife crisis.
No. Midlife Crisis was rejoining the Raconteurs. This is when
I
he's
think he did.
back.
I
He's so
truly think
back.
that he did that to boost one of the members' careers.
Aw,
Brendan Benson.
that's kind
Um,
of wholesome.
then he also has the guy from the Raconteurs and the Dead Weather is also in these next in these like last four Jack White albums. The bassist, he kept them all the time. He likes them. For me, the only standout tracks I had was Esophobia and then Morning, Noon, and Night.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do not care for Dusk, but that's more of like an interlude. And then
Yeah,
the only
it's
song I really
really
don't really care for that I just think is bad a little bit is the White Raven.
That one is, I think, a little underwhelming for sure, but I don't think it's bad.
Everything else I just kind of feel like it's okay.
I
Oh, and Into the Twilight, I guess.
You don't like Into the Twilight?
No.
That's one of my standouts.
I think
for
I don't
sure.
like some. I feel like it's like the melodies or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I almost find it. I
Into the
find this
Twilight
album annoying.
is the most experimental song,
Yeah.
I think, on the album.
Use
It's
the
kind
fucking
of like
Hatsune Miku guitar pedal.
I was literally gonna say, how do you feel like about the Hatsune Miku feature on Into the Twilight?
That part's cool.
There's
Besides that, I think it's a
also
bad song.
no. It sounds like if Robot Rock was like better, was cooler. But it's got that same like structure
Yeah.
as Robot Rock. Uh, Also, Heidi Ho. Did you like the oh my god,
The sample.
the Jaden Smith sample? Yeah,
It's not Jaden Smith.
it is. Listen to Icons right now. Do it.
No.
Do it.
So there's a controversy where people thought that he was doing like a voice, where they thought that Jack White was singing at the beginning of the song.
Well, it's not. It's Jaden Smith.
Right.
God damn it.
Anyways, you have other thoughts on this songs?
Yes, I do. Yeah, taking me back into Fear of the Dawn. Incredible, so heavy. Heidi Ho. The sample is this like old song called "The Heidi Ho Man."
Yeah.
Great fucking sample. Also sampled by Jaden Smith before this album, which is funny. Incredible instrumentation, and then I just think Q-Tip's feature is a little bit obnoxious.
Yeah,
Like he
I
does some
agree.
of my least favorite kind of like it has a very dated flow. Like it sounds very early 2000s, like uh late 90s in a
Can't
not
believe he
good
has
way, which is
Q-Tip on a song.
unfortunate. Because if he did a more like I don't know standard flow, I think it would be an incredible song. Into the Twilight, Euphoria, both incredible tracks. I love the like weird electronic bits of
What's
Into
the
the
trick
Twilight.
in making my love stick?
Not like that one.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think the lyrics are okay. I just like how heavy it is.
Yeah.
That was then. This is now is maybe like top three on the album for me.
Mm.
The melody is fucking nuts. It it's like a style of not because it's like I don't know how to describe it. It has a sound and a particular structure that I think I never thought Jack White in particular would do.
Mm.
It's kind of more poppy, which sounds awesome with his voice. And then the reprise of Euphoria is really, really good. Morning, Noon, and Night, absolute
I like
masterpiece.
Morning, Noon, and Night.
And I thought it was going to be the final track on the album because when I was listening through blind, like I wasn't looking at the track
Yeah.
list. I was driving, and it's like a perfect closer. And then there's another song, and I was like, "Uh-oh, is this going to be bad?" And somehow it's like there's two perfect closers in a row, and it works really well because of the concept. Like Morning, Noon, and Night is kind of the end of the concept album, and then Shedding My Velvet is like a bonus track that's like a meta commentary on the making of the album and like where Jack White is as a person. And I think
And
that's
after
like
the night
absolutely
ends, the
brilliant.
sun's coming up for the dawn.
Yes, yes. Uh, which I think is a great transition. I also would say the lyricism on Shedding My Velvet is like top of like some of Jack White's best. Some really brilliant
Yeah.
like imagery. I would put this top of S. This is my number
I
one.
would put it in mid B, so
All right, can we put it like next to Boarding House Reach then? Is that
yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
All
You
right.
want it before or after? I don't really care.
I want it uh in front of in front if you don't care.
I know I definitely am an outlier on the thoughts of that album.
All right. You want to introduce
No, I really don't.
Entering Heaven Alive?
So after this album in April, he's like, "All right, let's shit out another album 3 months later."
Literally not what happened. That's just straight up a lie.
I know.
Okay. If you're
Um,
gonna give lore, give it right.
no, he had planned. He made so much music over the 4 years that he's like, I'm just gonna do like a double LP, but then not really, and then just release 2 albums in the same year. So one of them's like of the full rock side and like loud stuff, and then technically, the Entering Heaven Alive's like more acoustic, more soft stuff. Um, and for me personally, it just feels like a bunch of B sides. Um, I almost think that this album shouldn't really exist. I feel like it kind of hurts his overall discography. I think it's pretty fucking mid. It feels bland, and like kind of weird what he's been like working on or building like for the past 5 years. But a lot of it I think is just fine or like just not good. My personal opinion is that if he took my like best songs off of Fear of the Dawn and my best songs off of this album, I think that there could be a really solid stitched together combination of the two that I would really enjoy. Unfortunately, his hubris got the better of him. He put out these two albums of like 30 songs. But I think he is just like, these are just a bunch of ideas and kind of sounds he's experienced and had albums out for. It's like his like third or fourth album that's kind of like acoustic and softer and kind of sounding in this like folk way over like the past 2 decades. So I don't like this album.
Yeah, I think I pretty much agree
Thank God.
with like none of what you said.
All right. Another
I
bullet's
think this
going
is
into the chamber.
I think that it's really crazy to like peak in 2022 at age 47, but I really think that that's what happened with Jack White. I think it's kind of crazy. I think this was supposed to be a double LP. The reason it wasn't, I think, was a vinyl shortage that year. Like he wasn't able to print them both on vinyl at the same time, so he split it up. But having a conceptual like it worked to me, it works perfectly and would have been like his magnum opus if it was a double LP. I do think this is weaker than Fear of the Dawn,
I hate you, Aiden.
mostly because it has like two kind of bad songs. Aside from those two bad songs, I think it's like another masterpiece. Honestly, it's like the most underrated of his works. I
No,
wish
it's
people
perfectly
appreciated.
rated. It's perfectly
No,
rated.
people should
It is
appreciate the
perfectly
softer
rated.
sound more, the subtler instrumentation, the more complex themes and complex structures of songs. And uh, I love this album. It's got a soft spot in my heart. I think a couple of these songs are some of my favorite he's ever done.
You're going to be entering
And
Heaven Alive today for sure. So
as a listening experience, it's fantastic. It's got great sequencing. I love listening all the way through. I got kind of stuck on this album because I was just like, wow, I gotta keep listening to it over and over again and try to see if I don't like it at some point, but I still like it. I guess everyone else is wrong, and this album fucks.
You listen to it like
I more
more than
than
any of
anything
the
else.
other
Yeah,
albums.
yes, I did.
You sick fuck.
Uh, it's just so easy to put on because it's chill, it's
Yeah.
fun. There's like very few misses. Like,
Except for Queen of the
uh,
Bees.
yeah, Queen of Bees sucks ass.
Yeah.
This song's so
Yeah.
bad. It's an
It's
instant
it's I
skip.
that's that was funny. That was like the first or second single released for the album.
That's
And I was like, what the
insane.
fuck is he doing?
I know what he was going for. It's bad. It's not good. Also, some of the lyrics on there make me crack the fuck up. Because I love you like my mother loves me. Like, let's dissect that a little bit.
Stop.
I think if your favorite White Stripes song is "We Are Gonna Be Friends," this album is for you.
No.
That's my take. It's like he's in that bag for most of the album. Um, yeah, track highlights. What are your few good songs that you
So
love?
I think I Got You Surrounded is a banger. And I like don't remember that song at all when I first listened to it, but now it's my favorite off the album.
That makes sense. It's the most like boarding house reach, I think, of the album.
Another highlight, even though I don't care for the song that much, A Madman from Manhattan. It
So groovy, so cool.
I'm pretty sure it uses the riff or motif from Eosophobia.
That might be it because it
So
sounds
yeah,
familiar.
so I think it kind of ties that. So I think that part is in that album as well, or in that song. So it kind of ties it back before then doing into taking it back gently, like the folk version.
Yeah, which is one of the coolest things he's ever done, in
So
my
what
opinion.
was crazy is he released "Taking Me Back" and "Taking It Back Gently." They were released at the same time for the
Fuck
singles.
yeah. Fuck
And
yeah.
so you were like, okay, what the hell's going on here? And then I really like Taking It Back Gently way more than Taking Me Back.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of an awesome take. I think they're like even for me.
Um,
Maybe taking me back the original like just slightly edges it out.
I Help Me Along is my least favorite, actually.
What?
I just don't care. That song goes nowhere.
It has one of the best melodies
No.
like ever. It's so pretty and sweet. Like the
And
strings
then
on it are incredible.
All Along the Way and Please God Don't Tell Anyone are also ones I don't care for at all.
Yeah, Please God Don't Tell Anyone is I'd say second worst on the album. I also skip it like most of the time. All Along the Way though, really? I really like.
That's okay.
Okay, I've been trying to place what song has that same like guitar opening. It's like one of those like gruff
What is it?
voice like 90s early 2000s type
All
songs.
Along the Way.
Yeah, I thought it was like an Eve 6 or like Nickelback type or like Pearl Jam. I don't know. I cannot find the song.
I don't know what
I've
you're
been
talking
trying to
about.
find it. Okay, I'll if anyone who watches this
Is it
stream
like
here,
do 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 do
no, no,
do
no,
do
it's
do
like
do
do
do?
do 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 do. It like just listen to the first 4 seconds.
Uh,
Anyone who and if anyone who sees the stream listens to that and recognizes it and like what sounds like
it's like
that,
fucking
please
Snow
tell
from Red
me.
Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, if that's it.
Oh my god.
That's close,
Okay.
but not quite. Might be a Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
Is it the fucking Under the Bridge? That's what I was thinking originally.
No,
Okay.
No, 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 no. Okay, we don't have to spend any more time on that. It's
All
been
right.
bothering me where I'm like, what song
Well,
is
maybe
that
you'll
that
never
sounds
find
like
out.
that? Maybe I will never find out. Uh, Love is Selfish is a banger. Love
That
that
was another
song.
single.
Deserved to be a single for sure. That's the most like um similar to We Are Gonna Be Friends, I
Mm.
think, on the
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
Like short, sweet, lots of guitar, just like well written. It's awesome. Uh, Tree on Fire from Within is the most underrated song in the entire discography. Uh, it's fucking incredible. Like one of the best bass lines I think I've ever heard. It's like it's a perfect song to me. I love it so much. I listen to it on repeat, and I'm sad that it's like the second least popular on the album. Uh, if you listen to any songs from this album, you got to check out A Tree on Fire from Within. It's incredible. If I Die Tomorrow, banger, really dramatic and builds really well.
Yeah, that
And then,
Jack
yeah,
White
we
did a
already
James
shouted
Bond
out
song.
the other two that I love. Is that the one with Alicia Keys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. I didn't listen to
It's
it.
kind of awesome.
Uh,
Um, any other thoughts?
no, I just love this album,
Well,
and I don't know where the hell it's gonna be going.
so for me personally, I'd put it at the bottom of a D. So
That's crazy. That's insane. Worse than Get Behind Me,
yeah,
Satan?
for me, yeah, it is.
Can we go B then? Can we put it in B?
Yeah, if we can put it behind the white stripes.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Underrated as hell though. Hello, Get Behind Me, Satan is crazy.
I don't. I just do not like that album. There's like one
All right,
song where I'm like, this is awesome. Everything else, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about.
No Name
God damn it.
time.
All right, you start.
I start, and the goddamn it scares me because I'm like, oh, I know I said goddamn it. Okay, so I don't, I think I've decided, even though it doesn't fully apply, that I have to give this album the title of the In Rainbows of the Jack White Stripes discography. It gets my kind of like coming together album pick. Not because it's like as eclectic or like revisits all of the sounds. It has its own consistent sound. It's not like a mix, but that sound that it has, I think, is kind of constructed from all of the sounds that like
No, it's not.
Jack White has done in the past.
No, it's
It's
not.
like it's very similar to the classic White Stripes feel, except with a
No.
little bit more heaviness and some like random pulls of like country sounds and electronic sounds
No.
that I think come together pretty well. And I would say this is like maybe the most solid of all of the releases, where there's only two songs that I don't really like, but they're not even bad songs. And then there's another one that I don't love that is just like eh, but the rest of it I thoroughly enjoy. There also aren't really any songs where I'm like, this is his best work, aside from maybe I think there's two songs that I really love on it. But they don't really reach that tier of like best all time. So I think this is just a very solid album from Jack White.
All right.
What do you have to say?
So, I will start off by saying I think it's a good album, probably great album. Um, but this album fucking infuriates me.
Why?
Um, I wrote some stuff here. All right. So,
God's Manifesto, everyone.
for whatever reason, I can't love this album. I really wanted to love it, but I can't seem to get into it. I just do not fucking care for a vast majority of it. I
Insists
think,
upon itself.
you know, I honestly it does. It fucking
No!
does. I think after being a Jack White fan for a decade, with his first new release being Boarding House Reach, I just can't get into this fucking album. Like, on paper, it's great, but it's just a fucking White Stripes album. Like, truly, I truly think this is just like another White Stripes album, which is like, really cool in its own. But I'm like, what does that add to Jack White's like artistry and his other stuff? It's like, oh yeah, he just did the thing he did like 20 years ago. I've seen him do this exact type of style, 6 times prior, if not more. This album to me, it feels like fucking fan service. Like, I don't know like a better way to put it. Like, I would have loved to see him do something like incredibly like special for returning to garage rock, after all these years, after like almost 2 decades, and like offer up something I've never heard kind of like in that style, or like really pushing the boundaries of what garage rock was. But he just made, like, in my opinion, just like a basic kind of garage rock album. And I think that many bands within that genre could have made this record. Like, Jack White didn't. Jack White's not the only person that could have made this album. Jack Washed is the last thing I put in there. So I still think it's pretty good, but it just pisses me the fuck off.
I feel like that's kind of just like our takes are kind of two sides of the same coin. Where I'm like, oh, it's a return to form, and I like that, and you're like, he's doing the same thing, and I hate that.
Well, I used to think he was like one of the greatest like musicians of all time, and then just further and
Yeah.
further, he just keeps going lower. So I used to have him on the highest pedestal, and it's like within these past 3 releases, he's just been going down, and then this last one just makes me angry because this was playing it
Yeah.
more safe than fucking Fear of the Dawn, in my opinion.
I agree. It's definitely like less out there. To me, I never had any of the White Stripes like albums or like him as a musician up there.
Yeah,
So for me, it's kind of just like revisiting the same thing,
yeah,
but the production is slightly cleaner, and like he's he isn't really trying anything crazy. Like, he does try some different things, but
yeah.
like he does some punk stuff. He does some like kind of more conceptual stuff. Uh, and I think that that's where the album is at its most interesting. But
Hmm.
it's not in the same way as like when he would do that on the White Stripes. It would either be like the coolest thing ever or like my least favorite song on the album. So I don't feel like he's washed. I feel like he's just mellowed out, maybe.
Yeah.
Uh, but I see why, if you loved the White Stripes and you loved like having the style up there, like as I in the high regard that I know you have it in, I guess it makes sense to me that this would be very disappointing to you.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was also very irritating trying to listen to it when it came out because he only released it on vinyl, and there was
yep,
like no song names, so you could get the
yep.
rips and you could still like did it. It was almost like the fucking Childish Gambino album that was like on that radio service or whatever for a whole day, and then didn't have any song titles.
Okay,
But
so we're
you want to
both
go over
like,
the
yeah,
highlights?
tracks.
Um,
Uh,
I liked Old Scratch Blues. That's How I'm
mhm.
Feeling Now, Underground, and Tonight. Those are my favorites. I
Nice.
feel like you feel like the heaviness for sure in those ones, and they were just like pretty fun.
Yeah, I those are also some of my favorites. Bless Yourself. I think for me, the top are like Bless Yourself, Archbishop Harold Holmes. I think that's the best song in the album, honestly. Uh, Tonight, and then Terminal Arch Enemy.
Mm. What the fuck is Entling? Isn't like a word. Like I tried looking it up.
No, it's crazy. It's there's a couple things that are kind of funny on this album that like caught me off guard. Like, there's this on Old Scratch Blues, I think, like the start of the second verse. it sounds like they spliced takes or something. There's like
Oh,
some
they like
weird
degraded it.
artifacting. It
Yeah.
sounds like for a second. That makes me laugh.
A
Um,
lot of the tracks, I think they said they like made it more like lo-fi and like lowered the quality to kind of fit into that earlier
uh,
White Stripe song sound.
oh, and it's old scratch. So maybe it's literally like supposed to replicate the sound of scratched vinyl, which
Maybe.
it does sound like that.
I like the
So
one
that
part
kind
of
of
the
makes
album
me
where they're
like,
talking about like a dial on a phone, and then you hear like the guitar replicating.
yeah. Yeah, see, there's some like there are some things where he is trying stuff out. It isn't as like
I
it isn't
still, I mean,
bland
that
to
just
me,
feels more
but
camp. That was like the White Stripes did.
mm, yeah. I saw the title number one with a bullet, and I was like, "Is this a Fall Out Boy cover? Please tell me it's a Fall Out Boy cover." It was not. Or is that even?
I don't really
Wait,
like that song.
yeah, that is no. And this the title is not number one with a bullet. It's Figure We're Going Down. But I was hoping, I was praying, because that would have been hilarious, and instantly put this into F tier.
Okay,
Missionary worst lyrics of any song he's ever done.
I'm going on a
It's
missionary. I'm going on a mission, baby.
it sounds like I don't know if it's intentional to be really sexual in that way, but because missionary is a
Yeah,
position, and the way he's like in context, the lyrics,
at
he says,
Blaine,
"I'm like
right?
a missionary. Put me in that position, and I'll make you miss me again."
No, he had to be. That had to be sexual.
It's really funny though, because it's like usually if you're being put in missionary, you're the one receiving. So I'm just cracking up
Yeah.
thinking about that. And the way he's delivering it, I don't think he means it to come across that way. Yeah. That's my least favorite track. Morning at Midnight, I think, is kind of just like a worse version of what he did on the 2022 Suite.
Mm.
And then
I don't really care for it's Rough on Rats or What's the Rumpus.
I really like both of those songs, so that's
Mm.
interesting. They are the ones that kind of feel the most just straightforward, like classic
Yeah. I feel like the
White
song
Stripe.
structure on the majority
So
of them are just so simple too. Like,
that's
which is
yeah,
part of the appeal, but I'm just like,
yeah.
I feel like it needs.
Uh,
The White Stripes had more varied stuff in between all these kind of like heavy hitting songs. This was just kind of like, what if we took Fell in Love with a Girl and then made 13 songs that are Fell in
yeah,
Love with a Girl?
kind of. Except Bombing Out, that one is like a full-on kind of punk
Yeah.
track. Then I don't really love it,
Yeah.
but it's interesting at least. Where are we putting this
I'd
though?
put it in A.
I think I'd have it like okay, so my my tiers have shifted a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, but I would also have it in A tier.
Where in A?
I would have it bottom of A as
Okay,
well.
that's where I would put it.
But there's an album that I don't think is A tier anymore.
Elephant?
No, Elephant is like,
Blunderbuss?
yeah, Blunderbuss is no longer A tier to me, I
Damn.
think. It's still like top of B though. I just think like of those four for me, it's like clearly the weak link.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I have one of those four that is clearly a weakling as well.
so like can we put it can we move it to the back of A
Okay.
to be like in between? And then honestly, I think there should be an F here.
An F tier just for Get Behind Me, Satan.
Yeah.
Just change D to F.
No, because I would also move down like the debut and Icky Thump. No, I would move. Yeah, probably both of them to C, and then I would move Lazaretto to D, and then have, which is a lot. I don't think it's really worth doing, but I, in my mental rankings, I think I would
Yeah.
have more tiers because I do think that there is kind of a tier break of like that like blunderbuss through debut
Yeah.
quality and like maybe or blunderbuss icky thump. Yeah. Overall, very solid discography though.
I am just glad that you
Top
started
weighted, top
liking
heavy
it.
for sure.
I'm just glad you started liking it because it seemed like you were hating it up until this episode.
I yeah, I went back and listened to some earlier songs that I was like kind of overall positive on but didn't love, thinking like maybe something would have clicked. And not really. I think it's just like I like cleaner production.
Mm-hmm.
I like more going on my albums like and that's just a personal preference. So
Yeah.
like I could still recognize where like they were at their best. Like I couldn't really knock anything where I wasn't on revisiting. I was like, yeah, this is as good as I remember, but I still don't love it. But so I just really was able to get into things more with like modern production and like some more experimentation.
Yeah.
That run of 4 albums was by far my favorite. I had
That's
the easiest
awesome.
time listening to them. Yeah,
I
no,
think
I'm
my
excited for
favorites
where
were
Jack White goes.
Dust Style, Boarding House, and Blunderbuss. Those are my top three.
Honestly, I'm like with how much you like Blunderbuss. I'm surprised that you're not also like
Like
entering
loving
heaven live
Entering Heaven.
truther.
I
Yeah,
think it's I don't know. I don't know. I think he
to me,
does
it's
more of
like
like
an upgrade.
violins and like having more
Mm.
of that like kind of like older like folk sound, and I don't know if it's like it's more like that's like more of an acoustic than like fully folk, I guess.
Yeah, I see what you mean. All right, these are our rankings. So much A tier. That's
Yeah.
kind of awesome.
Uh, Another note about Jack White, he made a fucking awesome uh, statement towards Donald Trump
Oh yeah,
where he talked about him masquerading as a human being, which I thought was awesome.
so
I
awesome.
like that was like perfectly worded because he like went on this whole tangent about like how I think they said that Jack White was masquerading as like some hotshot artist and then he fell off and everything.
Yeah,
And then he said, I think Trump is masquerading as a human being. So that was awesome. Um,
that's an
he's
awesome
been having
statement.
issues with Trump ever since he like used Seven Nation Army and something, which is, you know, fully good for him too. And like having Icky Thump be Icky Trump.
Yeah,
Definitely outspoken and way more artists, especially from that era, should be just as outspoken as Jack White, if not more. And it's kind of shameful that a lot aren't. Um, so I really give props to him for that.
yeah, agreed. It was a great statement. I also loved that you reposted it on their
Real
story.
recognizes real, you
Real
know?
recognizes real. The SocietyCore crossover that we all needed in
Yes.
this year. Uh,
All right. Do we
yeah,
spin the wheel or do I announce the artist?
announce the artist first, and
All
then we
right.
spin the wheel. Yeah,
So,
fuck.
I don't know what you're going to think of this. But I think the only concern is that it's like slightly long. It's not even that much longer though, with like
Okay,
with album
for
length.
sure.
um, I haven't really listened to anything from them. I think I've
Oh, I
listened to
know
like
who it
one or
is.
two. But I was thinking about doing The Cure.
Oh, I did not know who it is. Okay,
Who do you think it was gonna
okay.
be?
I thought you were gonna say Primus.
Oh no, I don't think I have that in me
No,
right now.
me neither. The Cure is awesome. Yeah.
There's
Fuck yeah.
14 albums,
Yeah, I think this is definitely was like a must do at some point artist. So
and then there's
should we
also
break it
like
up like
one
554?
compilation that a lot of people recommend. So, but it's up to you if you want to do
Okay.
that compilation or not.
To
That would
make it
make
an
it
even like
15.
yeah 555. I think that's worth it.
Okay.
And I think that means like I think it's time to
The
like
shift.
transition into a new season theme because I think it's time to go from like modern alternative to classic and maybe like we can do the like old head incel core
Dear God.
bands.
It could be like season 3.5.
Yeah,
We're still in
yeah,
August, so year's not
yeah,
done yet.
absolutely. True. Because I think there's a couple. I think I already know who I have to pick after this.
Oh
The
no.
Cure. uh, hell
Alright. I just
yeah.
sent the compilation album to you. That's what it's called. Um, but yeah, so I think I've listened to like one of their albums, so it should be fun. I know that there's a lot that people like, and I guess their newest album people love too. So
Yeah, I
was
heard it
hearing
was
good
really
stuff
good.
about that.
I've listened to zero of their albums. I've listened to a lot of
This is
different
going to be
songs,
pretty new for
though,
both of us then.
so
So
it's exciting.
yeah, it's going to be
Very
long though.
exciting.
I'm scared, but we can do it.
Yeah. All right.
All right, do we?
Time to spin the wheel for our
Where's the
bonus
wheel?
stream while we prepare for.
Oh, did I have to make the wheel?
Yeah, yeah. So you go to like
Okay.
wheel picker, and then we do that, and we can take off cooking stream because we've already done
Okay.
that. And I fully forgot what the mystery stream was going to be. So if that happens, we're gonna have to try to remember.
Okay. What is? We rank previous artists. Oh no. Okay, so artist tier list.
Wait. You're not supposed to be showing this. That's crazy.
Hey, I don't know. No, it's like only Max and Krish are probably here right now. So
Right now, I know people are gonna who. So it's later. They're gonna be like, why do they have fucking last resort before OnlyFans? That's one of their
hey,
gears.
you never know. This thing is so confusing to me right now.
Oh man, it
Okay,
will
hold
be
on.
on the VOD. Yeah,
Artist tier list.
this is
Mystery
not the
stream.
website.
It's not. That's okay.
Yeah,
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Don't react though, because I'm seeing the delay, so I don't get to. I'm not gonna see it for a couple
Okay.
seconds after you spin. Oh, okay, it's spinning now for me.
Uh.
It's spinning. It's spinning. No! What does that mean?
I don't know what it means.
We have to remember.
I don't think we had it.
I don't think we did either. Well, I think what's gonna happen is one day we're gonna announce we're going live, and the fans are gonna have to learn what this means at the time.
Mystery stream.
Oh,
Right.
I think I remember what it was actually, and
Okay.
I
It's a
think it's gonna
secret.
be awesome. Yeah.
All right. Last resort before OnlyFans. All right.
All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Excited for the Cure.
Yeah. Oh, you've been a little.
Oh, I'm
Your
gone. I'm
screen's
dead.
gone. There we go.
That's okay.
You're back. Dang, we went for an hour. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We finished Jack White. I guess we're transitioning into season 3.5.
I can't
So
wait to listen to pornography.
I can't wait to watch some. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time. Society out.
Motherfucker.